Hey guys, it's the Nerf Gunsmith here with a update video on why I don't upload videos that much. So, as of now, I have so many projects that are just rattling around inside my head that I want to do, but the thing is, I only have time to work on like Saturdays and Fridays and Sundays because of schoolwork. And even then, I don't even. I really only work on Sundays because of how my habits right now. But I'm thinking about changing them. All right. But let's just talk about what's going on with why there's so many Nerf guns on my bed and why there's a notebook with a shopping list. I'm gonna go from most finished to least finished. We have the Sentinel. What I got here is a double barrel to make it look more like a Winchester. That's really about it. And then we have a bayonet attachment, which I just wanted to try out because it seemed like a good idea. I held this like a sword, and it really would make a really good sword or a gun blade sort of thing. So with a bayonet on it, it worked pretty well. Maybe you want a bayonet longer than this, but this was all just like kind of ideas, and I'd rather make this out of foam instead of cardboard, but it's fine. Next we have a prototype it's a functional prototype, as in you can pump this and fire this, but it's not completely finished. There's no cosmetics on it whatsoever. The pump is falling off because there's not a good connection on it. But the thing is here is that this is all going to be like a big old integration, and I could just like take this barrel off and then it'd be all fine and dandy. But I'm thinking about having this trigger go all the way back to here, so then when you're pumping, when you're working the mediator, you can just you can hold it, and then there'll be a trigger like right there. You pull it, and then it fires the shotgun attachment. You'd still have to move around for the barrel attachment for the to pump up the shotgun barrel, but that's about it. Everything else behind it is just stock mediator, which I might change I might change stuff about it, but I don't think I'm gonna change too much. I don't know. I don't have ideas right now. Second, this was a Halloween styled paint job for the rough cut, because I just thought like having a rough cut Halloween edition just seemed cool to me. But the paint job for this one just did not work. I already started sanding it and it's getting Cheeto dust everywhere. I didn't tape good here. I didn't tape good here. The really only thing I want to do with the handle, I like this handle. I want to keep it because I actually painted good here, but I want to add a piece of wood here because I lost the sling point, which is bad sort of because I want a sling point, but like if I wanted a sling point, it'd be down here, but I have a holster for this thing, so it kind of doesn't matter. But yeah, that's about it. And then we have this thing. If you don't know what one of these are, this is a work in progress for a bullpup retaliator using a Recon Mark II and a Recon, because I don't have a retaliator. Yeah, I did cut off the plunger cap because I actually made an extended plunger cap that only worked with this stock, and then I cut this stock up, and now it's not as good, but I mean it works. And I mean, it works right now. The only thing, this trigger, it doesn't work. And the only thing I have to do is link up this trigger with this trigger all the way back here. And I'd have to make some more permanent connections, like this barrel attachment to the grip. But this does work. As of right now, I don't think this will ever not work. It just might not be the most practical to use right now because you have a super small stock and there's no grip to it. But it does work. I just need to link this trigger with this trigger and then make the front look good. And then over here we have some Nerf pistols and a Boomco pistol. This one is just a Cyclone Shock that I'm cutting down because I can't use the turret anymore because I wanted a Gatling Cyclone Shock and it didn't end up working because I cut too much and it just didn't end up working. So I'm minimizing this as much as possible and I can still use the turret for something. I actually have it in pretty good condition right now. I actually managed to cut it really good in a way where I can still use it and it still spins and all that. I just have to hook up the rotation mechanism to a trigger to something, and then it'll rotate whenever you press the trigger. But yeah, no, this thing works right now. I just need to make it better here because I cut too much, and I need to make it thinner because the Cyclone Shock is pretty thick, and that is also still pretty thick. So I actually have some lines drawn on here with Sharpie that I can cut here, down to here, and then cut off here. And that'll still, I mean, it'll still be thick, but it won't be thick like around here onward. Which, I mean, if I can holster it from like here down, I think that's enough. And the reason I don't cut all of this off is because you can see that there is a connection from here to this, and on the other side as well, where if you were to cut that, the plunger tube will roll around, and that's not good. Another thing I need to figure out is a better catch spring, because it just won't catch with anything I have. And I could cut springs and then it won't work. It's just difficult because the spring size is such a weird size. And then onto this thing. This thing works right now. I actually don't have the extension spring for inside the slide, so it is using a rubber band because I don't like pushing it back every single time. But this thing works. It's just I want to mount this to something because it's so easy. You don't need this handle at all. You can take it off and you don't even need the trigger because there's a trigger inside there. And you can basically make this a ballistic knife if you wanted to. It's easy to just take off the entire handle and make it way more compact. But I want to mount this on the side of a blaster, kind of like how I'm integrating that over there. There it is. I want to mount this to the side of a Stampede, which is over at a YouTuber called Captain Xavier's. It's over at his workshop, where he is going to fix it eventually. I hope he fixes it, but it's been a while, and I know he's a very busy person, so I'm being patient. Maybe when I play around with the Stampede a bit and figure out that it's just really too big for me, because I am a pretty small person, and the C batteries definitely make it definitely make it harder to wield for me. And but I want to mount this to the side of something full auto, so then I can have like a sniper on it, and then I can mount a shotgun on another end of it, make it just a big ol' a big ol' integration fest on that one blaster, and I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty cool. But that's that, and now a notebook of the tiny stuff that I have. I don't have some of these in my room. I don't have any of them in period because I haven't started the project. But I have a shield, a table that I'm working on. The shield is just something I wanted to make, and then I'm gonna paint it. Uh, that I need to work on the handle. I need to work on the shape more, and then I'll have to file all that down. A lot of work, and I can really only work. I don't know if I already explained this, but I can only work Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays because of schoolwork taking up so much time, and me coming home being tired. And I really want to stay awake more after I get home from school, but yeah, there's that. And I also wanted to make a wooden hammer because I thought it would just be a cool project because I wanted to make a wood hammer handle and use like a wedge and use like all the proper stuff and make the hammer head wooden because I don't have metal. And then we have a crossbow that's made out of wood. Now I already have a crossbow that's over here that's made mostly of wood, but the bow arms are made out of PVC. The wood crossbow that I'm talking about is like wooden bow arms, like what a lot of crossbows use. Then we have another crossbow that uses clothespins. This is just going to be like a tiny little pistol crossbow that uses these to propel something. If you need an idea of what that would look like, I just look up ZNA Productions crossbow, and then you can find like a clamp powered one that he made. Yeah, just a bunch of crossbows that he made, and I'd recommend you watch them. Give him a couple ad revenues, because he's a pretty poor YouTuber, and he actually just works. He makes YouTube videos, and he gets money from a t-shirt website. Really, sad for him, but let's continue talking on. We have a crossbow that uses rubber. I actually got this like tubular rubber from a little toy, and I'm thinking about using this for something because I want to make a wood crossbow that uses rubber. It'd either be that or it'd be rubber bands, but I think I want to use the tubular rubber some. And then the last thing on here is the stereo shelf. That's actually a project that I had a long time ago, but I never finished because having ADD just makes your mind go from one place to another, to the next, to another idea. It's everywhere. And that's why I have so many projects on my mind that I just want to do, but I only have time to do like one every month. It sucks that I only have like one a month to do it, and even then I'm not even regularly working on these. Which that's something I gotta do. I gotta work on my stuff to I gotta work on myself so then I can just work harder and work in the garage more instead of just sitting around taking a nap when I get home or sitting around and play video games on the weekends. Like the stereo shelf. I had that idea like so long ago, and I started working on it, and it's still like not close to done. I still got to cut out more, and yeah, uh, that's like all the projects I got working on. It's a 15-minute video right now. Um, I pretty much talked a whole lot through this. Um, I definitely don't use a script, but if I did, I'd probably go through this in like 10 minutes. But yeah, just general idea, a lot of projects. If you have ADD, just stick to one project, please. It's really hard to work on one project, stop that project, go work on another project. You get all of these projects going, and you're just like, man, I should just like stop, slow down. It's a lot. It's a lot. Uh, that's pretty much it for the update. I hope you guys do something. I don't know. I don't know how to end videos. Uh, this has just been a big rambly video. I don't care if you don't like this video. Uh, I just hope you guys have a good time out there. Do a thing. Do a thing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video whenever that comes around. See ya.